Aw, will you just shut up, man? I hope you guys ran out there and like created shirts or something. Oh my gosh. Now, I'm not a political guy, but I'm going to have someone, Dr. Dark, come on the channel on Saturday. You guys got to be here for this one. We're supposed to do it yesterday, but we're like, oh, wait, hold on. Let's see these two battle it out. And if you came here for good news, come on, you guys. GDP plunged 34.1%. That's better than expected. It was supposed to be, was it 32%? Always bad news, Bravo. You have nothing good to say. Okay, fine. I'll say something good. My Amazon stock has been performing so well. And we have Mickey Mouse cuts, shell cuts, airline cuts, massive job cuts. This is deflationary. We're in a recession/depression and one of the worst years, if not the worst year ever for bankruptcies. And New York City restaurants are like, nope, this is it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And what if Biden does win? Okay, well then, lockdown number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come on, Johnny Bravo, nothing's changed for me. Well, except for got a new wife. Lockdown couldn't deal with Betsy. Wait, I mean Bessie. Betsy's my new wife. Bessie's my cow. Welcome back to my channel. It's your channel, it's not mine, where we talk real estate, bonds, stocks, debt, unemployment, GDP, how to trade this stuff, life, how to survive. So if you like that, and also maybe just change your narrative, right? Where you're like, oh, maybe I'll change my mind. That could be a good thing. Don't let me push you over the edge. Would you at least just consider subscribing if you like that stuff? And we've used this chart many of times, taking a look at Bitcoin. I mean, you could take this chart exactly and put it on the Bitcoin. Same thing. Great Depression. Possibly now. Are we went for the euphoria. Are we in the next swing up? And then people are like, I don't think we're coming out of this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this isn't a short amount of time. There's no V-shape. I mean, yes, if you talk to the politicians, it is the greatest V-shape known to man. It's known to someone, right? I was going to say mankind, but I swear, if there was an alien life form that visited our planet, they would probably, and they saw that debate, like, okay, next planet. And it looked like Manucci Smoochie meeting with a politician. Doesn't look like the two sides are coming together to help you guys. A stimulus bill. Looks like Pelosi. They're not budging. On the House and Senate, they're people like on Robinhood, they have their Webull app. They're like, okay, what's going on? So they are very, very, very far apart. Let's take a look at the market after hours, and who punched silver in the face? So here's the NASDAQ coming out of that meeting. Wow, just on the 1 minute. I'm like, okay, just beating its head on the 1 minute. You got the buy and like, all right, that's it. It's not time to hold the bags. It's time to get out. What happened in just a few minutes? Woo! We had a buy. Oh, all right, 69. All right, that's all right. It's a lucky number, I guess. And how's our Amazon after hours? Oh, there we go. This was before after hours. You got a warning. So that was a buy and that was a sell. And then after hours, still not looking too hot. And as you may or may not know, I do have a course on it. It's 1,000, but while I am producing it, I give it to you for 200, but only so many. So if the codes are gone, do not comment in the comment section. Wait, what's the code? What's his phone number so I can text him? $200. Yeah, that's good. Not as good as my Amazon one. That's $197. That's $8. Well, no, you know what? No, it's too hard. Don't start businesses. Don't do it. It takes too much time, too much risk. You'd never want to do that. Just click around on a button. Disney shall sound economic alarm in thousands of job cuts. This is announced right now. And I'm sure the politicians, Donald's like, can you just wait? I know the unemployment comes out. Can you just give it a little bit more time? And 28,000, that's a lot. And even going there, who would even want to go there? Like, oh, hi, I'm wearing a mask. It's currently in Southern California. It's about 110 degrees out. As I look out the window, all I see is smoke. That has nothing to do with 420 blazing. No, it's just about everything around me is currently burning down. And Marathon Petroleum, top U.S. refiner, begins widespread cuts. These guys right here, widespread cuts. And it's going to continue. And I don't care, Bessie and Betsy, the farm is fine. I don't know. Actually, the fire's up north. We're losing vineyards. Something about Sonoma, Napa. You guys got lots of fires up there. So run to your, Trader Joe's? They got those silver label ones that are really good for $14.95. I do like wines from Napa and Sonoma. But my wife likes them even more. I don't know, you guys. I cannot lose weight if I am consuming ethanol. I just can't. No matter what I do, how much I work out, I'm like, dang it. Stressful day. Nope. Babe, we'll just go on a walk with our gas masks on. Retail on pace for the most bankruptcies and store closures ever in 1 year. And do you see it? I mean, okay, sure, it'll get some better. Right now, we're getting rid of all it was like 2008, but this one is the retail apocalypse because now you've changed your behaviors. How do I buy things? Online. I mean, I'm an online guy. I mean, heck, I sell a course on it. I'm an online guy. I've always been an online guy. I'm a tech guy. That's just, I'm like, oh, you want my privacy? Oh, I'll give that up. Go ahead. This is what I'm doing. I'm a terrible person. Although I am having my high school kids, they had to do, today was screen time. Hey, kids, this is what I want to know. What are your two? And if you have kids, ask them, what's your two top and how much time? And honest to goodness, TikTok, 4.5 hours. Instagram, 3.5 hours. I'm like, hey, kids, do you see that there might be a problem? So there's a show on Netflix called The Social Dilemma where they talk about how the algorithms and how they know where you're going and what you're doing because they do, because they got to sell you a product. But I was like telling my high school kids, if I could just give me 5 minutes, that's it. Maybe your parents will give you a loan for, $1,000 or something like that. Clear it through your parents. It's their account. Just say, hey, so I'm learning this stuff. Just like looking at this. I know this, I'm just wonky on this, but 7 to 10% on the buy on that. No buys going down. Then you do it again, make another 10%. I mean, every week, and then you just take that 1,000 that turns into 1,100, turns into 1,200, and then you take 1,200, and the 1,200 is, I can't do the math, 1,320, something like that. And you just keep building it. So you spend your time doing something like this. I mean, there's dopamine. Go trade. Go do this. I'll do this. Link in the description. You get a free Webull stock. So there's no cost to you. I think you get 2 of them. And then they have like paper trading. So you can do it for fake and then you can do it for real. If you choose to, take your 2 free stocks, but keep growing that. Learn how to do that and stop doing this, right? Likes. And I know I have a pretty mature audience. I'm hoping, just know the kids that are coming before you, may God be with them. I mean, even if you don't have the time, I like trading on the 1 hour. I think I may start moving to the more like the 1 day, but I do look at it every day. I trade every day, look at it every day. Today I was making my trades, putting them in. But I mean, yeah, if you have what you can trade on the 1 day and go, okay, well, I made 7% this week and I'm just going to wait. Most things in markets are a waiting game. Or if you don't like doing that, I mean, beat the curve. God, I get so many of you guys sending me your products. I'm like, okay, I won't say anything. But yeah, you guys have created some pretty cool products. I have to say, thumbs up. I love doing that. Love creating new products. Except when something gets screwed up, which that always happens. Apparel, footwear, announcing store closures, 2,400. I always buy my shoes online. I have for years. It comes, it doesn't fit. I put it back in the box and I'm like, hey, babe, you going by the post office on the way to work? Thanks. That's how I do it. I really don't want to go to the mall. I don't want to try shoes on. I don't care. It shows up to my house. It's a couple of days. Home furnishings. I'd say 1,433 home furnishing stores, department stores. This is just going to constantly grow because just send it to me and I'll tell you if I like it or not. We have now witnessed the paradigm shift, and it is happening now. And you can either deal with it or have it run you over. A lot of these stores that are closing, J. Crew, I don't want to do clothing. I've owned a clothing company before. My kids are actually doing that right now. Yay! Like, it's so exciting starting a business, but clothing, too many SKUs. Just one thing. I like doing that. GNC, selling some drugs. And let's see if you could do this. I'm just going to head over right now to Amazon. I mean, if you don't have the brain for this, maybe hire someone with a brain. I got that. I have the marketing. Woo, everything's crazy in there. Both of my brain cells are like, hey, Pop Rocks. Let's put Pop Rocks in a birthday cake. Let's do that. That would be delicious. Corners. Okay. All right. You can see what I've recently purchased. Oh, here we go. And since you guys like getting into my personal space, what you buying, Johnny Bravo? Scissors. I was cutting something for salmon, and I swear it was like trying to rub two rocks together to get thing. I'm like, that's it. I can't say the word Amazon ornament. And then it was like, I saw this on the screen, and I'm like, genius, right? So you can separate it. That's the grossest thing when you got your salmon, and you can wash them, right? I'm just saying, and I didn't find. I'm like that. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe you've seen them all over the place. I didn't. And this guy's making $6,000. It's like struggling on how to count. $6,000 a month. Scissors. That's it. Oh my gosh. Then you could quit your day job or, as a teacher. That's what they pay me as a teacher. $100,000 a year after taxes, all that. And then, oh my gosh, you own a business, taxes, you just try to expense everything. Then you get to keep it. Oh, shocker. And I'll tell you, if you guys have not, don't even do this. I don't care. Do something. One of my kids is doing YouTube and she's like, oh my gosh, I love this. And they're paying me. And I told you, my other kid, clothing, stop the job. If you can come up with something, but it's tough. It's tough to you got to use your brain and then you got to invest money. People are like, oh, it's not free. No, I mean, it's not like getting a Weeble stock and trading that up. Starting a business takes, you're looking at 4 months where it's really, it's off the ground and stuff is going. But if you want, take a look at it, $1,000, but for you, $197. If the code's gone, it'll be back tomorrow. I think it's 80 or so videos. It's legit. I launched a product. I can't show it to you because I signed a thing, NDA. I can't show you because it did good on Amazon. It wasn't like one of my game changers, but then someone saw it and they're like, dude, we'll buy it. Because I've owned retail and it was horrible. A day spa, terrible. Don't do that. Have I ever owned a restaurant? I have not. I've worked at a restaurant. Here's something that you don't know. I was in the military, got out of the military, private investigator, worked law enforcement, trying to decide. I'm like, you know what? I'll humble myself. I worked at Wendy's as an assistant manager. They fired me after 2 weeks. They said, I don't think this is for you. And then I bought a day spa like right after that. I'm like, okay, fine. But we might not make it. The math simply doesn't work for New York City restaurants. Heck no, man. You got the politicians on your face. They got the boot on your face. No. If it has brick and mortar, that stuff in there, not doing it. And then you got indoor dining, outdoor dining, and it's getting cold over there in New York, right? You East Coast. I don't see that outdoor dining booming. And airlines, I don't have a plan B. 40,000 airline workers brace for mass layoffs. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Except I showed you, like you could sell a stupid plane on Amazon. What was that? Like 6,000 or I don't know. You do one and then you do another one. If you guys could just somehow start with something, get this out of your head. This whole job, gotta have a job. I mean, yes, have a job. It's fine. But now you're feeling like the aftermath of having that said job. You could be like, let go. But what do you think? Let's get that bailout here. Have $30 billion playing people. That's fine. I know we just gave. What did you do with the last one? Okay, here's another one. We'll just put it in your taxes. And property tax bill time. I showed my students that too. Like, okay, you pay it all off. You don't own anything. You own the land. Man, you guys over there in New Jersey, whew, wouldn't want to do that. You still have to pay. I'm like, look, you still have to pay $6,000 a month. You still got to get a job. Still got to climb on that hamster wheel. No, you're going to do what's called passive income. You have that passive income. And thank goodness you subscribe to this channel, because we have to figure out, what are we doing with, homes? Do we now still buy them and rent them out, or are we backing away from that? We already know how to do stocks. You stand as close to the entrance as you do the exit. You're not holding anyone's bags. As the U.S. economy plunges 31%. That is horrific in the second quarter. But, right? Better than expected. Because dead cats bounce. Dogs don't. The dog would know. What are you doing right now? And this is us. GDP, U.S. gross domestic product. This is the total economy output, goods and services, fell at 31%, 31.4. But everyone's like, but we're coming up. I don't care. You don't just turn a Titanic. It takes a very long time. And that's why I've said on this channel, I say nothing is financial advice. Don't listen to anything I say, ever. I'm a cartoon character. Close your laptop. Whoa, I almost missed that one. I'm sorry, my ADHD, I wanted to see if there was one of these pills, Hopium, because I'd like to sell that, even though it would have nothing. That's a kind of a cool little, a Hopium pill. I think everything's great. The Titanic will turn very quickly after this. No, actually, I would make a shirt that says this. Hold on, something.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your... that will you shut up, man? Or maybe you could do bumper stickers. Will you shut up, man, Biden 2020? I love it. And no, this is not a political channel, but I will take that politics and I will make money from it. Yep, that's what I do. I don't care. Left wing, right wing. I sit right on the bird and I'm like, you want some? You want some? Like, or hang a carrot in front of it. Same thing, like a sporting event. I don't care what team I'm just selling you hot dogs. And remember, if I made you laugh one time, it's all that I ask. You just one little click. And then tomorrow we get to talk more about more bad things, right? Maybe real estate, bonds. You want to know about bonds, stocks, deflation, how people lie to you and tell you hyperinflation so you buy their gold, all these narratives. But if you like this stuff, you made it to the very end, I must be saying something good. And I'll see you tomorrow.